Hey there, it's the Headless Guitar Instructor again. So we're going to tackle Goo Goo Dolls, Come to Me. What a beautiful song, and thanks for introducing me to it. Had a lot of fun trying to work out the parts, and it's not that difficult to tune. It's really centered around C and F major 7. Those are your two chords, and I'm assuming that you know these chords. And if you haven't been introduced to an F major 7th, it's just like a standard F, but you leave the bottom E open and just let it ring. Gives you kind of a breezy sound. And I'd encourage you to get your F major 7 sounding real ringy, because it's used to great effect in this tune. And one of the things I love about this tune is it's not only a beautiful tune, but it's a beautifully crafted tune. He takes a lot of very common elements and puts them together with a few little twists that make it interesting and make a just a beautifully crafted tune. Let's just talk about the chords again. We've got the C, F major 7, we've got an A minor, we've got an E, and we've got a G. And I believe that that is really all the chords in the tune. So from that standpoint, it's pretty simple. The tough part I found with this tune was to get the strumming just right. And there's also another chord that's a little trickier, and we'll get to that in a second. The place I started with this, trying to learn it, was to try and get the rhythm that he gets right off the hop in the intro and during the verses. So that's something like this. So what I'm doing there is just thumping that C note on the A string, strumming down, and then doing a couple of quick or three quick strums. So just watch what I'm doing. And those strums are just tickling the G and the B string. So thump and then tickle. And the challenge here is to get that nice and smooth, because one of the things that's really appealing about this song is the slappy acoustic strumming that he does. A lot of this song is centered around those middle four strings. We're going to ignore the bottom and the top E string a lot in this song, and we're just going to focus on those four strings. So take that away. And get it as smooth as you can, and we'll start there. Okay, now that we've got that thump and tickle down, we're ready to move on. Now, I should mention that I'm using a pick today, but you can also approach this finger style, and it works pretty good too. But I'm just using the pick because on the recorded version, like I just love the slappy acoustic sound that he gets, and pick kind of just brings that out a little bit more. So it's kind of your choice the way you want to approach things. So the thump and tickle part. Now we're going to add the tricky chord, which kind of irks me a little bit because I'm not a big believer in using your thumb to fret on a guitar. Being a real proper guitar player and all of that, that just goes against my grain. Not that I'm a proper guitar player or anything, but my dad used to play like that. He used to play his G's like this. Drove me nuts. It's like playing proper G, for Pete's sake. But anyway, that's what we're stuck with. I tried to do other contortions of my fingers to try and reproduce what the guy is doing, but the only thing I can figure out is the thumb. So here's the riff. Really cool sound. It's kind of what it is a C chord with an F root or bass note. Gives you kind of a dissonant chord, but it's a pretty cool chord. So all I'm doing there again is thump the C, tickle strings, then thump the F, do the same thing. So that's the tricky bit. All right, so continuing on with this concept, let's see here. I'll be kind if you'll be faithful, you be sweet and I'll be grateful. Cover me with kisses dear, lighten up the atmosphere. If you, like me, find putting your thumb or using your thumb to fret kind of onerous, you don't have to do it this way. You can just do the C and the F major 7. I'll be kind if you'll be faithful, you be sweet and I'll be grateful. Kind of like that. Like I have difficulty with that F thing too. Sometimes it just doesn't, I get it wrong. So it's kind of up to you. It is cool to kind of play it the way it is on the album though. Okay, once you've got that part down and decided whether you're going to use the thumb or not, the trick is to get it smooth. So after you've got that figured out, we're going to move on to the next part, which is that same little instrumental thing that I played off the hop. In the recording, there's a lot of things going on in that tune. Like you have a bass, you've got keys going, there's even a mandolin there that I just love. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to pull down the elements from the song and play as much as we can, as much as will fit on an acoustic guitar. So that line is actually played by the keyboard, but since it's pretty easy to play on guitar, you might as well stick it in there. So what I'm doing with it is I'm playing that beautiful, simple little melody. And it's a C note on the A string, and then open D string, middle finger on the 2nd fret to give you an E, and pinky on the D string, 3rd fret to give you an F. Then walk it down. So that's your melody. It's kind of churchy actually. And the challenge is to get a little strum involved there. So again, it's the thump and tickle idea. Take a little time to fool around with that because you're going to encounter that same pattern in a lot of tunes. It's a very, very common guitar riff in folk and rock music, and it's just kind of a handy thing to have in your bag of tricks when you're playing guitar. So still working with that same little riff, you can approach it fingerstyle if you want as well. So it would go like this. You're just using your thumb to pluck out those notes that we talked about before. So we're just about at the chorus, but we've got one other little thing to do before we get there. So taking it from the last part of the verse, fortune teller said I'd be free, and that's the day you came to me. And now we're at the chorus. So anytime you hear that doot 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 bit, he's just playing an F major 7. Doot 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 off into the chorus. The chorus is pretty straightforward. We got starts in C, then we're going to an E minor, and then an A minor, and a G. Now, something about this, I kind of, since we're doing, what you're probably doing is creating an accompaniment, right? For a vocal, your own vocal, or maybe you're just playing accompaniment for someone else. But you want your strumming to be pretty light. You want to, just support the vocals more than anything. So to that end, when I'm doing something like this, I tend to simplify the chords a little bit. So in the chorus, we're going from C to E minor. Now if you take a look at how I'm playing that, I'm not playing a full E minor. I'm just fretting the second fret on the D string and playing the four strings below it. And then we're on to the A minor. And I kind of do the same thing with the G. I just, you can make the G shape, but I'm just playing the from the G string down, those four strings. Come to me, my sweetest friend, can you feel my heart again? I'll take you back where you belong, and this will be our favorite song. The second part of the chorus changes a little bit. Or, well, I depart from what I'm seeing on the chord charts on the internet. Like, they'll have it C to E minor. Now, we're talking about the second part of the chorus. Come to me with secrets bare. I'll love you more, so don't be scared. Now I'm going to an F major 7 here where I'm seeing an A minor a lot. So I'll just play it for it. Come to me with secrets bare. I love you more, so don't be scared. And when we're old and near the end, we'll go home and start again. What I think is happening on the recorded version is maybe the guitar player is playing an A minor at that point, but the bass is hitting an F. So when you put an F in the bass note and play an A minor over it, you're still ending up with an F major 7. So you might as well just play the F major 7. That's my view anyway. So, okay, just taking it from midway in the chorus again. Come to me with secrets bare. I'll love you more, so don't be scared. When you're old and near the end, we'll go home and start again. See what I did there? The instrumental part leading into the second verse is played slightly differently than the rest of the times it's played in the tune. I caught you burning photographs like that would save you from your past. It's one of the things I love about the tune is that he throws in those little screwballs and little changes that make the tune more interesting, more complicated, more complex. So take note of that. And now we're into the second verse, which is same as the first, in terms of chording anyway. Caught you burning photographs that would save you from your past. Or history is like gravity, holds you down away from me. So you can choose to use your thumb or not. Going into the second chorus, we have just the basic instrumental played the same way as it is all the other times in the tune except once. The doots. And into the chorus, which is pretty much identical to the first chorus, only when we come out of this chorus, we're going into what I call the refrain. I'm not sure if that's the right technical term for it, but that's what I'm going to call it. And that's where the money chords come in, because these are the big sing-along chords that everyone loves, record producers love, and it's made millions of dollars for many bands. So starting halfway through the second chorus, come to me with secrets bare, I'll love you more, so don't be scared. When we're old and near the end, we'll come home and start again. Ooh, and we'll start again. Ooh. Something like that. So the chords in that part are good old F major 7, A minor, and G. Rinse and repeat. Ooh. And coming out of that, we're back into the deuce again. So ooh. Your opportunity to show off that golden voice of yours, because we're going to be singing a cappella for the next section. So we just about got this beat. You'll have to forgive my less than stellar voice while I kind of hack my way through the last verse here. So we're doing an a cappella thing. Today's the day I'll make you mine, so get me to the church on time. Take my hand in this empty room. You're my girl and I'm your groom. Come to me, my sweetest friend. This is where we start again. Start again. Straight into the chorus. Come to me, my sweetest friend. So, pretty straightforward. I love this part though, because, you know, going from the a cappella into that nice chimey slapping acoustic, it just kicks it up a notch, you know, builds dynamics and stuff. That part is very simple. It's just this is where we start, A minor, G, F. It says F, I use an F major 7. It all works. A, do, and then straight into the chorus. Come to me, my sweetest friend. So that's just about it. All right, all we've got left is the final chorus, the refrain, and some doot-doots. And so you're going to play it the same way as you did all the other choruses, only this time you do it with lots of feeling and lots of stuff behind it, because, man, you want to have a big finish. Starting halfway through the last chorus, come to me with secrets bare, I'll love you more, so don't be scared. When we're old and near the end, we'll go home and start again. Ooh, and we'll start again. Ooh, do 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 do. And I hope you do that last note better than I did. So that's the tune in a nutshell. And so I hope what I've presented here helps you a little bit. Just, it's not that difficult to tune. And the main thing is to, you know, study that picking technique. Just get really solid with that, and that's what I would encourage in this tune. And it also gives you the opportunity to practice a little bit more guitar technique, maybe stuff that you haven't encountered before. And yeah, again, thank you for introducing me to the song, and I really love it, and I'm hoping to convince the bunch that I play with to, you know, take it on. And there's real vocalists in the band that I play with, and they can take over the vocal part, so I don't trash it the way that I do. So take care of yourself, and if you have any questions, text me, and we'll talk soon.